Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Fringe North podcast. My name is Caitlin Townsend. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm the project coordinator for this year's festival. And I have with me today Owen. Owen, would you like to introduce yourself and share a little bit about your submission for this year's festival?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Owen Kjiersdam, and my art form I'm introducing is my own music from GarageBand, and I post them on to YouTube every few weeks or every few months.
It's great. Thank you for sharing. And how did you first get involved in the arts in general, and what was it that first engaged you in these different types of arts?
Well, I started joining musicals in high school, and then went on from there because I started making music videos, original music, and sometimes parodies, but not so often. But yeah, I've been doing that for 10 years now, and I enjoy it very much. Yeah.
It's really exciting. So what kind of art are you most passionate about in all these different areas, and why this particular one?
Well, as you heard, I was really interested in dramatic arts, so mostly music. I really enjoy music. I've always wanted to make music, but I was never coordinated enough to play instruments as a kid. So that is why I'm very fortunate today because I nowadays you could put music together on your computer. Like it's amazing, you know?
Mhm.
So
Oh, it's really exciting to use the technology that we have available.
absolutely, yeah.
So how does your art help explain yourself, and how has it helped you to overcome the journey that got you to where you are today?
My art is expressed by my autism. Started making YouTube videos when I was 15. So talking about my struggles and how I overcame them with like, talking about my struggles and over time and patience, and eventually it all moved into my music and yeah, it's very incorporated, like my disabilities. Yeah.
That's awesome. A way to express yourself in that way.
Absolutely.
And what would you say is the heart behind your project and the point of all the art that you do?
Yeah. So I am hoping to inspire others to celebrate who they are. We are all different in amazing ways, and we need to be open about ourselves to understand more and more every day
Mhm.
to grow. Like everybody needs to grow and learn and yeah, that's for what I hope for. Yeah.
That's really awesome. So you shared that you have autism, and how has your autism influenced your work?
Yeah. So it relates to every creation I do, like in everything every day. I always find a new barrier that gets in the way of my struggles. For example, like, looking at people in the eye and to be honest about my feelings about routine and everything has to be planned. Like for example, today I had to write everything down beforehand and so I can organize my thoughts and kind of get my message through to people.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing. And so how have you overcome your struggles with autism, and how has this impacted your art?
Yes. So by being open about my autism, sorry, I'll start over. By being open about my autism on YouTube, I created 4 videos on my main channel. Like, just watching myself grow and learn from different stages in my life was a fun challenge to eventually become incorporated to my music, as I said earlier. I've made like videos from when I was 15, and then my last video was in 2019. So just comparing from back in 2009 to 2019, it's a big difference,
Mhm.
and that's how I learned to talk and interact with other people. Just kind of just watching myself and and kind of understanding where I was at, and then kind of making a difference in my attitude towards it. It became a positive for me because I learned. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
awesome to hear. And I remember back at Owen and I were friends, and I remember back when you were first starting creating everything, and it was just really exciting to see and to Yeah, you just have like a way with art that's really exciting.
Well, thank you, Caitlin.
So, how long does it usually take you to make your music?
It could take up to 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the lyric process.
Mhm.
Um, but like the two songs I'm showing now are actually 7 years old. I remastered them because I got a new mic, a new Yeti mic, and it's really amazing. And I figured, you know what? Why not kind of redo some of my music and create more? So, yeah, what a way to just kind of um, make new things. And yeah, that's basically, yeah. So yeah,
That's exciting to recycle some old stuff in a new way and make it fresh again.
absolutely, yeah.
So, how has COVID in particular influenced your art and your approach to creating music in the COVID environment where we're all isolated?
Okay, well, isolation was key to this process. So
Mhm.
I found it fun to get back into using GarageBand again because back in the day I had so much time on my hands, and I I, I find it like it gets harder and harder as years go by. But I think COVID kind of helped a little bit with that. It was
Mhm.
something to do, and yeah. Um, what I'm hoping for is like I hope that people will like some of the music I make and appreciate the time and effort I put into my videos. Like
Mhm.
my goal for my videos is to never be afraid of who you are and just believe in yourself.
That's awesome. Such a wonderful message.
Hmm.
So, what are you hoping to do with your music, and what is the main goal of your music?
Okay. I guess I already said that. Well, yeah, basically, like I'm hoping that people will appreciate the time and effort I put into my videos. It's, it's never easy to believe in yourself, but like when you see somebody else put the time and effort out there to just like be confident in themselves and show who they are, that's in my eyes, that's amazing to me. So I say, just to believe in yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
beautiful thing. Yeah, I feel like more of us need to learn how to embrace our inner selves and not
for
like
sure.
it takes a level of boldness to believe in yourself, right? So we need to like
Oh
trust in
my,
ourselves a little more.
yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's never easy because a lot of people are introverts, and
Mhm.
I and I think especially with autism, being on the spectrum, we could be quiet and stuff, but there are things that like we could talk about, and I know with being on the spectrum, you could be shy, but you could also be who you are and not be shy of who to say what you want to say. So,
Mhm.
because it's 2021 and you could say whatever you want.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's great.
yeah, yeah. So, all right.
What do you love most about creating music in that process?
Okay, so I like the freedom to write whatever I want.
Mm.
It's almost like writing a journal about your experience with a song, like I'll give you an example of one of my songs, Electro O. So it doesn't exactly say the message in like the title, but like the lyrics really speak out to like what um how I feel like
Mhm.
self-doubt through all the love and appreciation through complications through generation through public teachers through solid leaders to picky teasers like that's kind of like the things that like I wrestled with a lot of years of just kind of growing and understanding, and now that I was able to incorporate it in a song, I kind of understand where I'm coming from as a person who's grown up with like many struggles. I'm just like I feel like I've overcome a lot, and I've come to realize that I come to appreciate who I am and how much I've had to go through, because it's different.
Mhm.
Like as a person like who doesn't go through like things like this, it's never easy to kind of have that the thought process of like it's not like as fast as like a regular person would be.
Mm.
It's so that's yeah, that's basically it. So yeah,
Thank you for sharing.
yeah. So yeah.
So how did you find out about Fringe North in particular and our festival, and why did you choose to participate in this year's festival?
Sure. So a friend told me about the festival, and I chose to participate in it because it is not every day you can submit an art and that is completely unlimited. It could be whatever you
Mhm.
want it to be. So I thought that would be an amazing opportunity for me to kind of spread my wings and do it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really unique with the COVID environment and being in the digital sphere right now. We're able to like open up beyond what a typical fringe year would look like. So it's always really cool to see like the expansiveness or the expansiveness of submissions that we got this year as compared to other years, which is really exciting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you hope festival goers will gain from your particular piece for this year's festival?
Yeah, okay. So, kind of like what I said, like an opportunity to gain a new understanding and a perspective of person with autism. Because I found, I know I'm going to get off topic a little bit. I found growing up, like I never saw very much people being open with art, like, with people with autism. I never seen very much of those people to look up to growing up. So
Mhm.
I figured I try to be one myself. So, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So that kids who don't have that in their life can look to you as that role model. And yeah, that's really great. I'm glad you're doing that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like our viewers to know about you or your festival submission for this year?
Well, absolutely. Do you mind if I do a little YouTube channel plug?
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just okay, perfect. So I have two YouTube channels. So Electro O is where I post my original music videos, and my original channel that I've had since like 2007 is OwenMk, so OwenMk, and it is where I post my autism journey. So,
Mhm.
which is a series of 4 videos that I started back in 2019 to 2009 to 2019. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, like I'd say with my main channel, like with the autism journey, I'd say you definitely check it out.
Mhm.
The first video is very cringy. I have a hard time watching it, but that's just like the time in your life, and
Yeah,
it's
and
not me
that's
anymore.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
process of art, right? Like we all look back and we're like, oh, like I was just learning how to do things back then. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we all have to start somewhere. And
Hmm.
especially with my music, I'm probably gonna look at back on it like a couple of years from now and be like, oh wow, why did I do this? But it was from the heart, and that's what
Hmm.
really matters. I
Yeah.
never ever make music that doesn't have meaning,
Mm.
like I really do put a lot of time into it, and it takes a long time to do lyrics. It really
Yeah, it
does.
does.
And but yeah, it sure does. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that's basically all. What's that?
yeah, and I think like music goes in waves too, right? Like stuff that used to be popular in the 80s is starting to become popular again and it kind of like ebbs and flows. So at one point we think, oh, like how did I ever listen to that music or create it? And then a couple years down the road we'll be like, this is the best thing ever again. But
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
I just want to say as well, like I've really enjoyed following your channel. I believe I follow the Owen MK1 and it's really powerful and like inspiring and uplifting. So if anyone hasn't seen it, definitely log on to YouTube and check it out.
for sure. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you watching my videos. That's really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys too for if you guys check it out. Yeah, definitely check them out. Yeah. Yeah, they really do have a lot. I really do have a lot to say,
Mhm.
and there's a lot you can learn. You can definitely learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you so much for
uh,
sharing your voice with the world. And
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
did you have any?
If there's, I'm trying to think of what else I could say. Anything else you would like to say to viewers? I'd say show this to your friends, and just like if there's if you have any questions, you could definitely like send me comments on my channel, and I definitely can message you back and talk to you. Like I'm pretty open about my autism, so like honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Like, yeah. So, yeah. That's
That's awesome.
basically it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
So,
thank you so much for your time, and we're really excited to have you part of the festival this year. For those watching, the
thank you.
festival is running from August 19th to the 22nd. You can come on out and buy tickets and support Owen. I believe your package is in the green package. So our smaller content is being grouped together into full-length shows. So purchase a ticket and support Owen, and we will hope to see you all at the festival this year, and we look forward to it. Thank you for your time, Owen, today, for coming on. Thank you to our viewers for watching. Miigwech, merci, gracias, and have a great day. We'll see you all at the festival. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you for watching our podcast. Merci, miigwech, gracias. If you like what we're doing, you can support Fringe North and the artists involved in this year's festival financially so that we can continue this work. Visit www.fringenorth.ca to find out more.